Everyone, so today we're going to do a quick tour of the chicken run and all the girls, so you can get to meet them all today. Enjoy! Okay, first up we have Scotch and Benny, short for Benedict, who are our Bantam Cuckoo Marans. They are the first birds we got back in September 2020 and are actually the top dogs in the flock, so they're the top birds. They both lay dark brown eggs. Next we have Vera, who is a Vorwerk hen, looking great in her black hood, nice coppery kind of saddle, and then a black tail with a really bright red comb. We got her very recently actually from Lost With You back in summer 2021. She's quite a scatty character, she's got the loudest of all the crows, and she also lays the largest of our pale ivory coloured eggs. Next on the hit list is Titan, short for Titan the Destroyer of Worlds. She is a silky bantam from Exeter, and she's quite a ditzy character, loves chasing the dog and having a bit of a fight with him, and the other good thing about her is that she has extra toes. Right then, these three ducks are our Black Cayuga ducks. We've hatched them very recently. I'm not going to go into much detail about them because we've got another video which will talk all about them, about the hatching process, so you can look forward to seeing that in the future. So, just coming in is Sally Ann. She is our Sulmtaler bantam, also from Lost With You. She grew up with Vera, who's the Vorwerk just in the back there. She's actually our smallest hen and lays the smallest of our eggs, which are a really pale pinky colour. She's not as brave as Vera, but they are best of friends and will hang out of an evening together. Lastly, coming round the right there is Penny. She is our Pekin bantam, also from Exeter. We got her in autumn 2020. Very confident with the other girls, pushes them around, well, not as much pushes them around, but she does like to get in everyone's business, so she'll just squish in and see what everyone's doing, everyone's looking at. She also lays a small egg, but they are a pale cream egg. This is my partner Brandon. He's just filling up the ducks' water tray, which we have so that they have a little space to have a bath and clear out their nose. Hopefully we'll be able to show you later, but they like to probably dunk their bill into the water and blow bubbles, and that's them clearing out their nose, which is really important for ducks to do. And it just means that they, drink less of the actual water and makes for happy ducks. They're starting to creep over now. You can see what's going on. We give them fresh water every day, just so it's nice and clean for them. And also, you'd be surprised how much they get through. Yeah, job well done. Right, so we've everyone's had some water and some food, which is great. They're all happy birds again. So I thought, in the style of MTV Cribs, we'll have a look around the poultry pad. So the first thing you probably notice is this great water butt. One thing we noticed when the ducks first came in was how much water they were going through. We obviously knew that they would drink a lot, but they were going through a good 15-litre bucket every day. We like to have our birds as self-sufficient as possible, so that if for any incidents we can't get to them, then we don't need to worry. They still look after themselves. And also, obviously, if we're away for the weekend or however long, then generally it will just be they're fine on their own. So that's always the goal with them. So the water situation is, obviously we've got this water tray, which is really for the ducks, just to have a bath and blow their noses through. And then this 200-litre water butt, which lasts them ages now, which Brandon, who you saw in the earlier clip, has converted into a massive drinker, which has been a lifesaver. So we've been able to go away for the weekend and not worry about the birds at all, which has been brilliant. And what it does is it just fills up just enough to this. There's a little lip here. It just fills up to that, and that's it then. And we've got 3, so that, because obviously the birds have a hierarchy, we'll go through them all, and it means that, you know, if anyone's getting pushed around, they can still get to the water, because you can't just have, you know, there's not just going to be one hogging all of the water. So that's why we have such a massive drinker. It's just so that we can leave them and not worry about them. We've got a few perches, different shapes and sizes dotted throughout, just to give them something to do, and also they can get into the sun then. Here we've got one of our rat-proof feeders, which is brilliant. It's got a massive hopper, and we can just fill it up. And again, this will last them a good in winter about a week, in summer much longer, because we can free range them and they can go out and eat all the bugs and grubs out there, and the grass and things like that. What they do, the reason why it's rat proof, is because it needs the weight of a bird to go onto it, which then opens a hatch, and then they can then get to these nice seeds in here. And I'll move this around every now and again, just so that the spillover doesn't get too much, and doesn't attract any rodents. We did have a bit of a fatality with one where a rat managed to eat through the plastic, so it was no longer rat proof. So we need to repair that. That's on the list of jobs to do. So that's one of our feeders. Moving along, we've got this little contraption here, which is a light sensor, and what this is for is it's our automatic chicken coop door opener. So I've set it so that it goes on light, and what it will do is, when it's sunrise and there's enough light, it will then trigger a switch and open our door and let all the birds out. And likewise, once it's dark, it will then close up, and you set the light levels to how you want them. So obviously when we get new birds, when we gave them this new coop, it takes a bit of time getting them used to going in by themselves. But once we do, we can just leave them, and we don't need to come out in all weathers. Like I say, they just look after themselves. What we've got here, this is the chicken coop. So this is our omelette automatic chicken door. Not a sponsored video, but this is it works brilliantly for us. We've had it since we got the chickens back in well, a good year or so ago now, and it's been absolutely spot on ever since. We haven't had any problems with it whatsoever. And we've got a little ramp just to let the birds in. And then if I show you inside the coop, so I think someone's in there now. I think we've got Sally Ann, who's our Sulmtaler hen. I think she's in there laying now, but we can just have a quick look, see what's going on inside. So inside we've got 4 roosting bars, so the birds can perch up and sleep just like they would naturally in the trees and what have you. Underneath I've got straw just to catch any of the poos and businesses, and also just keep it a bit warmer, because underneath is metal, which is really good so that you can then clean it. But what it does mean is it's quite cold, and also, you know, with this number of birds in here, which is, you know, it's more than enough space for them all. They've got heaps of space in there, but it just means that obviously we do get some poop which needs cleaning out. So that's in there, and then hopefully you're able to pan around and look into our nest boxes and maybe even see Sally laying an egg for us now. It's just in there. So that's the inside. I'll just close this up and we'll have a quick look at the nest boxes. We didn't make this from scratch. We did buy this off the internet. We're quite handy, but we're not carpenters, so it wasn't that packed situation. But it's fine. It's doing the job brilliantly, and you know, we can rely on it, which is really good. So if I want to get any eggs, what I'll do is just gently open this, have a little look. I think they tend to lay this one. Yeah, here we are. So they tend to lay this one like Sally has. So here we've got an egg from Vera, who is our Vorwerk chicken, and we've got one from, I think that's Benny, who's one of our Cuckoo Marans. The other ones are a little lighter, Scotch Harrods are a bit lighter. Sally hasn't laid just yet, so we'll leave her in peace directly, and then she can get back to the task in hand. So that's a quick tour of our chicken coop. Hope you enjoyed it, and who knows, maybe we'll get some more and you can see them. Thanks very much. One more thing, I've got a clip from the other day that I'd really like to show you. It's all the hens running up the hill following behind. Got the seeds ready to go. Come on then.